if that's my wife online. I have one person, one viewer. So, we'll just hang out here for a few minutes. See if anybody else pops in. And if not, we'll just get moving. I'm going to change this. I'm sitting here. I'm hoping that Glenn from the Gummer D channel, he's well, sees this because that would be he might know exactly that this is what I think it might be. So I'm hoping that catches his eye, whether it's live or in playback. So I picked up some new purchases that came in the mail the other day. This is a 1942 New Zealand shilling. These are 50% silver. And I'm going to guess that's probably, around XF or so. On these, there's a variety. Let me find one here. I should have another shilling, different date, but let me find it, and then we can do some comparison on what they should look like. And of course, I'm not going to be able to find it. Because why would this be easy? Okay, so it's in one of my books here. Oh my goodness. Oh, dropping everything. Alright. I will have to clean this up a little bit. Let me get back to what I was doing here. Let me see if I can find. Here's one here. Is this one? Let's try this one. So here's another. I'll just pull this one out too. That way we have two different examples to look from. And I will put these. Not sure where those came from. These fell out of the book. We'll need to put that there. So we'll just shove those in there for right now. And put this back before I knock more stuff over. Alright. Oh, come on. Oh, there's something fell down there. Okay. Okay, now that has been taken care of. So let me show you what I mean by broken back. And there's a few dates in this series that have a broken back. I believe that this is a This is a really nice, what is it, 43. And you can see that, let me find something to point with. Right there at the base of the back, right where the belt or the top of the whatever that is, like a grass skirt or something, right at the base there, the back is complete and goes all the way to the belt there. Here's another one. That's a nice AU coin there, actually. Here's another one. This is a bit older, 1933. But again, you can see where the back touches right up against the belt there. On the broken back variety, which I do believe this is what it is, you can see that it's weak or it doesn't touch there. Kind of ends above the waist there. And I'll show some other examples, some pictures online. Hey Hidden, how you doing? Just doing a little more research on, actually I picked this up off of Cheapskate a couple weeks ago, and actually got it in pre-sale. This is a 1942 shilling from New Zealand, and you know, in the pre-sale, you're not seeing anything. It's all sight unseen. So I took a chance on this, but I knew that this year had this variety on it. This is what they call a broken back. You can see right there. And I don't know if you saw the variety Hidden, or the normal coin where the back goes all the way to the belt there. This is a 33. The reason I care about this is that the 42 is the key date anyways, of this series. I think only 130,000 were minted in general. The broken back variety, for whatever reason, they actually kept mintages on these. 240,000 were minted of the normal variety, and they kept mintages on these for some reason. Let me pull this up. The broken back variety has 80,000. Now these are rough, so you can see this is a key date anyways. This is the lowest mintage of the series, this date range anyways, and the broken back one is 80,000 mintage, so I'm not sure why or what the significance of it is. You know, that they actually have exact mintages of that, which is kind of weird to me, but I don't know. So let's so regardless, this coin here, let me pull up eBay real quick, and I'll do a quick search on 1942 New Zealand Shilling, and you know, we'll do some comps on these. Like this is a normal one, yeah, it sells for $20 to $30 normally. Well, we got a bargain here with that one. It's pretty worn, but you know, higher grade, you're going to look at 36 for a VF, which the one I got off of Hidden is probably at least a XF. But again, if we pull up some of these pictures, let's zoom in on this picture here a little bit. That's not be able to zoom in too much. Let's see. Let's try another one here. There's a 42. Oh, this one's so we get this one really cheap. Bad picture, but you can kind of see the back does go all the way to the belt there. Let me try to find a better example. Maybe. This one looks pretty good. Hopefully I can zoom in a little bit better here. So yeah, the back goes all the way back down. And if you compare that to the one in my scope there, it definitely looks like a broken back. So let me pull up what an actual broken back looks like. And we'll put in broken. Oh God, I just found some a minute ago. There's actually a 58 that also has a broken back variety. And let's see. Now, if you compare that to the one I got, that looks pretty dang close. Let's pull up some. I think there's some that I haven't sold. These things go. I mean, you see that 58 one for 90 bucks. Excuse me. If I pull up some of the unsolds on here go for crazy money, but yeah, that's a little more. So it's see, on a clean example, this is pretty clear. On this example, let me just get into my loop here a little bit. Yeah, see, it's the toning actually makes it a little harder to tell because those spots throw me off, but it is definitely a broken back. There's no doubt in my mind on that. I looked up at it close. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. And I don't know if this is going to come any clearer or not. Zoom down. Let's get really tight and close. Let me focus good. And I wish those spotty toning wasn't there, but there is no back. Now, I don't know what caused that. I don't know if that's a dye polishing issue. You know, there was a clash there or something, and the dye got polished a little aggressively. That could be it, I'm guessing. So, anyways, that was a nice little pickup from Cheapskate. I think I paid 20 bucks for it, which I did take a chance on that because 30 bucks is about what you'll get off of it. So there's a little bit of room there, and I thought, well, if it's just a normal variety, I'll just keep it because it is the key date. And like I said, I have a few others that someday I'll put a set together maybe. But if that was a broken back, I thought that's $100 coin. So don't know if it's a $100 coin. Obviously I haven't seen any selling. There's none. There's a bunch listed on here for crazy money. So let me see if I can do any other certain. 42 broken back. Let me see if there's any auctions out there. This is kind of interesting here. Let me pull this back up. So this is a pretty decent site. It's allcoinvalues.com, and they seem to do a pretty good job of I don't know, it looks like they have Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom, United States, so but they have a lot of cool information. I don't trust these values necessarily. I think these might be I'm not sure if this might be like in UK pounds or maybe New Zealand dollars. I'm not really sure what the values are in. But that gets you some information, kind of gives you a rough idea. There's another site, I don't know, it's off of coins, off of Coins in Canada, which is a good site if you haven't been there. They also have added somewhere Coins in Australia. I thought they had New Zealand coins in here too. Maybe they don't. Australian coins. Oh yeah, New Zealand coins. So if I go here to New Zealand coins, let me see if they have anything in here. So 1942, broken back. So the only picture of the normal back, but you can kind of see that in lower grades, it's not that much more expensive than the normal back. But once you get up into EF and higher, that's where the price is really. And I think, looking at the I'm not a great grader on these coins, but that looks like if you look at the hairlines and stuff like that, there's some hair detail left in there. It's a pretty nice coin, so I'm going to guess that's still, and in hand it still has some luster to it. Has some, I don't like that spotty toning on there, but that's an XF or a VF, or an XF or an AU maybe. These are in, actually I see this, the values on here are in Australian dollars. So let's just get a rough idea. So what they're listing the value as. So let's see. Let's do a search on Australian exchange rate. So I do Australian. So 120 Australian dollars. So yeah, I think that price of $90 that the 1958 sold for on eBay, I think that's a fair price. So about $90. Now, if that would go up to AU, which is $450, now we're looking at $300 coin. So somewhere between, I'm going to guess that's probably somewhere between an AU and XF. So you're looking probably at about 200 to 250 or so. I think would be a decent price. Now I know here in the U.S. it's a little harder to get buyers for foreign coins, especially varieties. So that might be one that we need to open up the open it up a little bit to foreign buyers, perhaps. But look, if this was a BU coin, look how much that jumps up. So like even a 63, that's a $600 coin there. If that was a BU, so I would say I'm pretty happy with that pickup. A lot of detail in that grass skirt there. A lot of detail in that grass skirt. So like I said, Glenn, if you happen to see this, if you have any insight on what this, if this is a popular variety in Australia, over in that area, I'd be interested to see or to hear that. So this was another one that I had a little bit of trouble finding information on. This was a token actually, and again, I picked this up from Cheapskate. He had it labeled as the black cat, and when I did some research on it, nothing came up on the black cat. But when you look at the Cali Scheimer company, and I think these were like casinos or tokens, if you will, gaming tokens, if you will. And actually, if you look at this, this is actually looks like some kind of casino type machine pictured on the front. Now, I've seen a couple of these that, if you look those up, and let me pull up let's pull up eBay again. Let's stick to eBay. Where'd that go? I lost eBay. So we'll just go here. And if I look the Cali, and this is actually a rotated die too. I keep getting thrown off here, which maybe in tokens it's not that big of a deal, but it's still kind of cool. Cali. So those were slot machines, and you can, if you search, oh, you're not seeing any of this stuff. Let's see. If you do a search on Cali, you can see that let's just do it. You know, some old slot machines. So these were, I believe, probably the tokens that. Is that how you spell Scheimer? Let's see. S-C-H-I-E-M. That's S-C-H-I-E-M-E-R. So yes, these are some old. I don't even know what those are. Correlate. I don't even know. Anybody know what correlate means? I have no idea. What is it? Looks like some sort of casino type game. Don't know. Go back to all. So, what we can see is like here's a token that's very similar to that. The only difference is you can see that's the back that I have of this one, but they're different fronts. And the thing I cannot find is take out a token. I cannot find anything that has the black cat on it. So you see a lot of these ones that from the looks like Detroit that says Puck, P-U-C-K. Here's another one. Let's look at some sold comps on this. Let's look at some other ones here. Let's look at some sold. So yeah, I've seen this one has the Detroit, where this one is, the one I have here is the Black Cat. And I have yet to find anything on the Black Cat. Now, I did a quick search yesterday. If you watched my stream yesterday, you saw that. But I'm having trouble finding that. So I wanted to do a little more digging. So it's not on eBay anymore that I've seen. Let me close some other things. As you can see, yes, I'm a software developer. So go over here, and this is tokencatalog.com, and I'm not sure. Where did I go? Did I just end the stream? I'm not sure. I'm gonna just because I seem to have lost. One second. Let me jump back here. You don't. If I am still live, we don't need to see all this. Okay. It looks like I still am live. My channel. Let's see. How do I get back to YouTube Studio? Get back to where I can see my comments for the chat. Son of a gun. Let's see, where'd my chat go? string, maybe? If I go back here, dismiss. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Okay. Still live. I lost my chat, lost everything. Yeah, you know, it kind of that was my first thought, was that when I saw this on Cheapskate's. Hey, Lincoln, how you doing? When I first saw this on Cheapskate's site when he was auctioning this off, because this was one I think I picked up live in the auction. I thought that was what it was Masonic Temple. That's actually why I bought this lot. But yeah, so let me go back. Let me jump back to, now that I got the chat, let me pop the chat out. Let me pop that out so I don't lose that again. Let me go back to, not there, here. And so yeah, I started searching on here and kind of did a search for the Cali. And, you know, I see a lot of them. So I started digging down through here looking for different, you know, here's one that says the Lion, the Detroit, the Lion, that Puck. But I am having, here's another Lion, this one, the Detroit. It's a slot machine of some sort. I'll go to next. The Detroit. I mean, I'm seeing the same ones over and over again. And yeah, I struggled with this. And I did a search, I think, on Black Cat as well yesterday. Didn't find anything that looked like it was what I wanted, or what I was hoping it was. So, unless it's one of these ones that's not, it's listed, but it doesn't. I don't think it is. So I'm struggling a little bit with this one. I mean, I know what it is. It's one just like this. It's just another variety. I mean, that's it. It's just at least the front. I mean, it's the same look and feel for that. Let me see what the Detroit looks like. It's the Detroit. I mean, that's actually closer to it. What I'm guessing is that this one is maybe one of these other cities. So maybe the San Francisco version, could be the New Jersey City version of it. But everything I'm seeing listed is from, this is about 1898. So, you know, some of the other similar ones I saw in there, you know, they're $30 tokens, $20, $30 tokens. Maybe this one's a little rarer because I haven't seen anything about it. I'm gonna take this off in case my searches result in some unsavory sites. But I'm gonna do Black Cat. I'm gonna do a search on Black Cat. If this comes out, I'll bring us back on the screen. Black Cat. You know, if there's nothing wrong with it. Haley Shine, H-I-E-M-E-R. So, okay. Oh, well, okay. So we got good news here. So I've done. Just did a search on that. Did an image. Went to the images, and sure enough, there she is. The black cat. So we do know my token exists. It's real. I didn't just make it up out of my imagination. Now, let's see if I can get some Morphus. This site is giving nothing on it. So let me jump back here. Let's see. What else can I find out? Is that same? That's the same one, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to sign up to... I'm not going to sign up for anything here to get pricing information or anything. It's the Detroit. It's the puck one. Yeah, it's definitely you're not seeing them too much, but these are kind of cool machines. That's what that is. That's kind of cool. I'd like to have one of those. I'm sure those aren't cheap. I wonder if eBay has those. Where's eBay out there? So if I go, let me see if they have the machines anywhere. Let's go to not sold. Do I have a? I don't have a category. Yeah, I'd like to have one of those. I'll have to do some research on those slot machines. That'd be kind of cool. What was I doing here? Let's see. Okay, let's go back here. Let me go back to all. And okay, so that's that worth point site. So it almost looks like, I wonder if that's a type of machine. Maybe it's an actual machine that the black, maybe it's not dependent on where they're at, it's actually the machine. So black cat slot machine. Ah, okay, so each machine had its own, maybe had its own tokens. The black cat was produced by Cali Brothers in 1902. So I'm going to say that this token's probably around that time frame, 1902. Released 258 different machines under this trade name. Okay, so, New Century Puck, that might be in the music, the bevel reflecting, instead of standard payoff, additional enticement is offered by Visible. So I wonder where the coins or the tokens came into play here. Interesting. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, so it's definitely, that is a type of slot machine. This is definitely probably from that era of the early 1900s. And I'm going to write some of this on this 2x2 just so I don't forget it. So I'm going to say 1902-ish time frame. And this is the how do you pronounce that? Kylie K. Shimer. So that's pretty cool. It's oh geez, that's pretty cool. Here is another one that's not near as exciting. Still kind of cool. This is the Zebra Club. Now that doesn't sound like a strip club or something like that. I don't know what does. 929 Zebra Club. So let's see what I can find out about that. 929 Zebra Club. 929 Zebra Club. Just do a search. Let's see, Zebra Club. So I'm finding there are a lot of zebra clubs that are like bars and dives and stuff like that. This is actually kind of a boring looking token. Zebra Club, its back's completely blank. Let's take this 929 out of this search. I know you guys aren't seeing anything, but I also don't want to accidentally show something I shouldn't. So I see some reference to Vietnam on this, like it was for a mess hall, perhaps. Although the token that I'm seeing on, you aren't seeing anything here. Let's see. I'm not necessarily seeing this exact token, so I'm not sure if that It's also a sports bar in Midtown Sacramento. If anybody lives in Sacramento, that will be watching this. Yeah, the closest thing I can come up with, let me pull this up for you guys to see, is something along the lines of this. I see a few references to this. Now, obviously it doesn't look like that. That is the only thing I understand. Let me do a search on a different search. Let me just do, it's gonna be an awful search. Now, I know if this was the Pachyderm Club, hidden, you'd be all over this. You'd probably be trying to buy it from me right now. much luck with this exact token. That's kind of the best thing I got. 19.9 Zebra Club. That's the best thing. The best I could come up with is that's perhaps something to do with the military. I was just saying, if this was the Pachyderm Club, then we'd be all over this. But unfortunately, it's not. Let me zoom back out. Let's back up. Let's get a wider view of that. So that's what that looks like. It's this one, I really like this one. This is probably only I think I looked this up last night. This is like a $20 or $30 medallion. Bronze. It's good and heavy, boy. It's good and heavy. High relief. I kind of want to keep that. That's just too cool. This one I found. This one wasn't too hard to find. I just kind of want to show it off again. So high relief that it doesn't sit flat either. Like it wobbles. Yeah, I really like this one. It's maybe I'll start an auction. I'll start an auction. I'll let you bid on it, and I'll invite Joe Durbin, and he can outbid you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold on to this one for a little bit. I like these big high relief. I mean, that is high relief. That's it's already thick. It's like look how thick that is. I could be convinced for 20. Let's see. I did search this one up. I forget what it was though. This is a Yellowstone Centennial medallion. Yellowstone Centennial. And I will do sold listings on this one. And this is still a Canadian site. I don't want Canadian. No offense to my Canadian friends, but I want the American eBay. There we go. So yeah, here's a sold one for 20 bucks. That seems to be what it's going for, is 20 bucks. Got some other cool medallions with that one. That was probably the coolest there. Don't have. I just never collected a bunch of those. Just never did. Let's see. I had some other kind of cool stuff though. I'm talking about tokens and stuff. This one is actually interesting. I think this is more of a I'm not Catholic, but this is more of like a, I'm not Catholic, but this is kind of a cool, I like the high relief of this, the Pope. It's not near as thick as that other one, but it's Pope, and I think this is what, St. Peter's Square in Rome. And then let's see when I get this one out. This one. What is this one? Don't know where I got this one from. No. I don't know where I got this from, but this is just a. It's good and thick too. This is a United States Mint medallion, 1969. I don't know what the purpose of this was. If this was just a souvenir when you go visit, maybe. It's even got the P for Philadelphia. Kind of cool map. That was kind of cool. What is this one here? This one is a USS Frigate Constellation. I think that's from. Oh, you got that one? Yeah. I don't know where I got that at. I have no idea. I didn't even know I had it. It was just sitting in here. But this actually was struck from parts of the frigate Constellation. It was the first ship of the U.S. Navy. So that's kind of cool. It's got some extra history to it. I think this one I picked up in a junk box at a coin show near me. A dealer's junk box. This one here, I will never get rid of. It's a Civil War token, 1863, and these go for crazy money now. I mean, crazy money. You're talking $20-$30. Army, Navy. This one was given to me by my uncle, who actually was. That was probably 40 years ago. I was probably about 10 or so. We used to go up and visit him. He was an old-time collector. He was a World War II vet. Was in the Philippines during the war, and just an old-time collector, and one of the original roll hunters that I've ever seen, that I knew. He used to get penny rolls all the time, and he'd pull out weak cents and stuff like that. And then every time we went to visit, he only lived about an hour away, and we would go up a couple times a year. He was my dad's brother-in-law, his sister, my aunt, and they lived about an hour away. We'd go up, and he would give me, it'd be like a butter dish, a big old butter dish or a Cool Whip dish, full of wheat pennies. Just about every time I go up there, he'd send me home with a bowl of wheat pennies, and that kind of was what got me going and got me interested in coins. And my dad had a jug that he had kept. He had pulled silver out, so that kind of kept me interested as well. And but anyways, that Civil War token that I showed, that actually he gave me that one time. I don't remember what we were talking about or why it came up, but he sent that home with me, and so that's something that I'll keep forever. But yeah, that's cool. I like those type of memories, and whatnot. So let's see, how long have I been on? Almost an hour. So I probably am going to get off here and go eat some dinner. And not sure what I'll do tonight. But well, thanks for stopping out, Hidden and Lincoln, and whoever else might be lurking around. Appreciate you stopping by. Hit the like button. All that good stuff. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to try to do more live streams. I'm very bad at doing any kind of pre-recorded stuff. I just too lazy, but I can get on live and talk about stuff. So anyways, we'll do that. I'll catch a lot of you around, different auctions or different other live streams. So have a good evening, and God bless.